Imagine you are the most hands-on boy in economic department. A lot of students want to study economics because of you. So after DSE examination, many high school students apply economics as their major simply because they want to see you in the class. This has benefits the economic department and the university, but you are not paid or compensated in this event for generating these benefits. That's what we call the externality economics. Or you can describe it as you spill over some benefits to others and you are not paid. So positive externality is also called positive spillover. Other common examples of positive spillover include nice singing. Imagine your neighbor is good at singing, and you should always practice singing skills at her home, and you really enjoy listening to it, but you don't pay for this. So this is a kind of positive externality as well. There are also negative externality, include air pollution, water pollution, smoking, noise, overdrinking, and there are lots of other examples. There is also spillover between regions and areas, and it can take in different forms. For example, City A benefits City B, City A benefits City B, C, D, and City A and B mutually benefit each other, and finally, both cities in the regions are benefits. The project title of mine is Intercity Traffic and Regional Economic Development Analysis of Spatial Spillovers in Greater Bay Area in Guangdong Province. And in my research, I used the Greater Bay Area in Guangdong as my target region. There are lots of cities in Guangdong, so I want to find out that does some key factors contribute to both local GDP and regional GDP, especially transportation. So capital supply in transport sector and transportation infrastructure are used. The latter one is the sum up of railway mileage and road mileage of each city. Well, I also include capital supply other than transport sector and labor participation numbered as factors contributing to economic growth. In my hypothesis, I think an efficient and accessible transportation system will contribute to regional economic growth, meaning that this will generate mutual economic benefits to cities in this region. For instance, both cities might be better off due to free flow of labor and capital with low transportation costs. And I use GDP as a measurement to evaluate the factor effect to regional economic growth. And there are relationships. I use some index to assess my research. There are two main index will be used. The first one is the accessibility index. And the lower the accessibility index, the more accessible this city is. And the one index, it is used to show relationship between places, and if it is positive, there is positive correlation between cities, and the value of this index is between -1 to 1. The greater the number, the stronger the economic relationship. As you can see, the most two cities in Big Bay Area, Guangzhou and Shenzhen, respectively. And there are two central cities in the area as well. Also, you can see two cities, Shantou and Maoming, cities which are two most faraway cities from central cities. Their index is large. So it means they are not accessible. For the mobile, the results shows in 2009 and 2018, the index value is around 0.4 something. So they are spatially correlated. point is in there. Firstly, we could say that there is positive relationship of economic development between slighted cities. It also raises a question, as closer to the central cities geographically, will the city be more correlated between each other economically due to spillover effect? But how much the extent and the actual effect of transportation needs to be further investigated. After field analysis by using regression model, the result is clear. Whether do you know regression is not important, just listen to the results. Regression analysis, it shows that a unit increase of the value of GDP 0.12, 0.09, 0.18, and 0.43 units are contributed by capital supply by transportation infrastructure, capital supply other than transportation, and labor supply, respectively. So both the factors are positively related to economic growth. And the most important factor in contributing economic growth are capital supply other than transportation and labor supply. Secondly, capital supply in transportation and transportation infrastructure do have positive effect on regional economic growth as well, contributing around 0.074 and 0.069% to the regional economic growth respectively. But the largest contributors are still the labor supply and capital supply other than transportation sector. They account around 0.087 and 0.133 respectively. So it means that although transportation factors are important in GDP growth of a place, but it becomes even more important when talking about regional growth. However, the most important two determinants are still capital supply other than transportation and labor supply in two conditions. The remaining percentage is count for other factors affecting regional economic growth. Actually, more detailed analysis could be done in several areas. For instance, how central cities affect their neighboring cities economically, how geographical distance affect the extent of spillover effect. Does there the existence of negative spillover effect between cities? Like, will central cities absorb too much capital and labor for neighboring cities? We can know there is positive contribution of transportation factor to both local growth and regional economic growth. We could divide that as more convenient and efficient in terms of transportation. It will be healthy to not only local, but also the regional economic development. It is also notable that labor supply and capital supply in other sectors are still vital in contributing the economic development, and according to the result was accessibility and Moran index, geographical proximity, and efficiency of transportation affect the extent of economic growth. And this is the presentation. Thank you for listening.